Go.
Back and forth. I don't have any.
Back and forth. Back and forth.
They say what you're supposed to do it.
You don't know. It gets in my eyes. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Cotton Candy Friday.
Absolutely, absolutely. Happy Cotton Candy Friday out there to all of you good people. I am your girl, Miss Nika, and my boy.
Zay. Hold on, I gotta turn this off. Boom. Okay. It is a glorious Friday morning. It's a beautiful day. It's not even well.
I don't know what he's doing over there.
Frisbee Friday, and then he's doing some Spider-Man thing.
Yeah,
We don't know what any of that means, but nonetheless, we have all kinds.
Yes.
And we welcome all kinds.
We welcome all kinds.
Spider-Man. What I don't need. What else we got around here?
I don't know. I have absolutely no idea. But I do know it's Friday. I do know it's Cotton Candy Friday this morning. I do know that Robert Carter's coming into the building, so that's awesome.
Carter.
I also know that Jazzed Up Friday is tonight.
Yes.
And NAACP convention officially started. So, like, I mean.
Wait a minute. You know what? You know what else?
What?
Today,
What? It's not
as
your birthday.
good as it is. No, it's not my birthday.
Okay, God.
That's not yet. I haven't had a birthday in 10 years. Anyway, no,
I'm just making sure I ain't forgot. I'm just saying.
I'm still 26. No. It's Friday the 13th.
It is Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th.
It is.
Is that spooky to anybody out here?
No.
No, that's not. See,
I think that
I also feel the
stopped.
same. It's not a spooky thing.
It isn't.
It's not a spooky thing. I think. Are we here? Oh, come on in. How you doing?
This way, this way,
You gonna
this
go
way, this way.
Gonna have a seat.
He already in the
here.
building.
Was a little bit of trying to figure out where we are.
And he would have been
That's
even
okay.
earlier because, you know, he's a military man.
Right over here.
Yeah, keep popping
Right over
on
here.
over.
All right.
So he would have been like, you know, 15 minutes early, but he got lost.
See, what happens is you should have done it like people's grandpas
And done the day
scouted out the day
before?
before. Be like, okay, and there's a tree. All right, cool. I know where it is.
Okay, wait.
Right, exactly.
Here's the
North by
funny thing.
Northwest. All right, we got
Do you
this.
do that? Do you scout out?
I normally
Recon?
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I believe
or
that.
GPS. One of the two.
Okay, because I believe that he's.
How you doing? I'm Zay. That's a pleasure to meet you.
It's Robert. That's Robert. Okay. So, I would think that you would be someone to do that.
Yeah.
But you said grandpa, right?
Yes.
And I got to give a shout out to the grandpas that I know out there. What up, George, and everybody else that's over the age of
Yeah, right. Because there's grandpas out there that's like over the age of
30.
25.
Right. So he scouts like
He looked. He
my old
scouted out
school
first.
homies.
Yeah.
They like. Days before, well, I just drove by to make sure
Just
I knew
make
how
sure
to get
it's-
there, and I'm thinking to myself,
Driving up in the Cadillac Brown.
in my mind, I'm
Like,
thinking,
all right, we got it.
is the event gonna be that bad that you need to scout it out?
I
I'm
just
gonna
need
park
to know.
right. I'm gonna park over here.
Yeah,
so I got it clear.
My exits over
But
here.
you know what
Right, I
though?
got it.
And I'm backing in.
And I'm back in. Back it in.
Just in case.
Just in
anything
case,
popped out.
yeah.
pop out.
And the funny thing is that it actually is a smart thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Right, because when stuff happens and it's the day, like life happens, so you might be in a rush or something might go down right before or whatever.
Right.
And if you already know what's happening, because y'all know, getting to places that you ain't never been before. And
It's
even
not a-
with Google, it's not Google takes you down there to come see us. So
It did. And
yeah.
San Antonio is the 6th largest city in America. So,
You know, every other day, I'm lost. I'll be quite honest. I just got here. I just recently moved to town.
Jeepus.
So Jeepus every day, all day. Jeepus.
yeah.
Jeepus. Me and Google are like, man, we're friends. And I look
It's
at Google
homies.
every time and I'm like, if you don't know, and you have like all the
all
streets.
knowledge.
And if you don't know,
Yeah.
I ain't going.
Right. This is not good.
I'm in
This is
trouble.
not
This
good.
I love that.
Well, happy Friday.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
It's
for
Friday the
joining us.
13th, man.
It is Friday the 13th. We were talking about that. Are you from a place where that kind of thing is a spooky experience, or?
Nah, they just put oil on it. They were, hallelujah.
I rebuke
They just put oil on
in
it.
the name of Jesus.
They're not even messing around with it.
Right.
Yeah,
No,
so-
I understand it. You know, okay, so I'm a bit of a and Nika knows this, that's why she's ignoring right now. I am, and she's just dealing with setting up while we talk. I'm a bit of a history file, right?
Okay.
Like I love history. I love learning about places, people, things that are historic, and it just fascinates me.
Right.
So I had to do a few years back. I had to see, why is this so spooky?
Okay, so
why
talk
is
to me about
Friday the
that.
13th such a spooky
Yeah.
thing? And it actually has something to do with religion as to why it's a spooky thing, right?
Go for it.
Okay, so, and then we're going to get to the cotton candy, but this is interesting because it's Friday the 13th and it dominates the day. So don't,
Just work with
y'all either
Right.
tuck in or come back.
Right.
Anyway, basically, the leading theory is that Friday the 13th was the day that the Knights Templar were massacred.
Oh, wow.
Right. So King of England was on some old, wait a minute, these dudes are more powerful than me, and these guys have more money and what have you, and we, and then people are adoring them because they hold, the secrets to Christianity, and they're the protectors of, the Jesus artifacts
Right,
and
right,
all
right,
that
right,
stuff.
right.
And they also at the time, and we're talking about like we're talking way back, way back, right?
Yeah.
And these guys, I want to say, I might be wrong on this, but I want to say like 14th century, like that
Okay.
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And these guys were basically, a hit was put out on them by the monarchy.
Wow.
And the day that it all kind of took place,
Right.
because he also wanted the bread, right? Because like
Absolutely.
they had amassed a huge
Yeah.
fortune
Yeah.
by just being
The Knights Templar.
being the Knights
Yeah,
Templar,
yeah.
going out and crusading for, for
Killing for Jesus.
Apparently, right? That's a whole other conversation.
I totally took that last
We kill for the Lord. What?
There's people that have said that before, though, so
That's terrible.
So anyway, so that's the leading theory is, and that Friday the 13th was the day. It just so happened to land. I mean, it's not necessarily always in October or what have you. As you can see, we're in July and we have a Friday the 13th. But that was the day that the Knights Templar were massacred, and so since then, it has kind of been promoted as a terrible day.
Okay.
And then over the centuries, it got morphed into scary things and werewolves.
And then Friday the
and other
13th came
stuff.
out.
And then the movie, but
Yeah, that movie
so
was serious.
popular culture actually made it worse.
Okay.
But the origin of it is supposed to be that's when the Knights Templar got
Okay.
destroyed.
Wow.
Gotcha.
So now it makes it even less scary if you're watching, right?
I mean, it's,
Right.
It's even less
not
scary.
It wasn't scary. Well, maybe when I was younger, it might have been scary. I
Well,
always
people
thought of
always
it,
feel like bad
well,
luck. and,
right.
oh,
I
my
thought of it as an
goodness.
unlucky day, more of a
Right.
like someone's gonna get me day. Just,
Right.
So I'm hoping that today, well, I know that today changes that, because a Friday with Robert Carter and Zay Zay is nowhere near unlucky. Right? The luckiest woman in the world. The luckiest girl in the world.
Absolutely.
See, but tonight, for sure, which is one of the reasons why Robert's here, is he is performing tonight.
Oh, we're gonna have some fun.
We're gonna have some fun,
Yeah,
man.
it's gonna be fun.
And it's
It's gonna be
I gotta say, I think I got a little preview a few weeks ago at a jazz dub.
Yeah.
They called you up on
Yes.
stage and wouldn't let you go for a while, right? It's like, I guess I'm working tonight.
yeah.
I was like, okay, song 1, 3. Yeah, no worries.
Right.
Song 7?
What is happening with that?
He said,
Where the dancers come from?
Hold on now. My man is about that
he
bread.
say song 1 free. Song 7?
Oh, 7 is a question mark.
Invoice in your inbox.
Come on now. Come on.
I mean, there's an
When did you
invoice.
guys put my banner up?
So
They knew I was coming.
and that's half my fault too, because
Oh
I'm good for that. I'll be like, and I get so mad myself when you're out to try to relax,
Yeah.
and then someone knows what you do,
Right.
and they make you want to work.
Hey,
just give me one,
most of the time, it's cool. But just,
Most of the time. Most of the time,
most of the
it's
time
cool.
it's cool, but,
Right.
Yeah.
sometimes you just want to decompress and just
and just hang out.
And
Yeah.
just
chill
hang
a
out
little
and
bit.
enjoy Jazzed
Yeah.
Up
Right.
as a patron,
Right.
as a party goer.
I'm gonna tell you, there's a lot of places because people are like, well, why don't you go? I'm like, because I'm scared I'm gonna have to host the freaking night or take money or bartend or something, and it's really not the other people's fault too. It's also my fault because I don't know how to say no. Right?
You let it happen.
I let it happen.
Well,
So
it's the good and the bad. The
it's-
fact that they recognize you and they're like, "Yo, if you're here, I know it's going to be a quality product. That's
Right.
great." But at the same time,
it didn't come with an invoice.
come on.
You know what is also a quality product? This chair right here. Quality. I'm gonna be performing right
Sit
here.
all up in it. All up in it. Yes,
Tequila.
Lord. I
Right
love
there.
it.
There it is.
I love it. So we're going to talk a little bit more about tonight as we go on through the night. But there's one thing that I think, like I think that you have a love sense in your music, right?
Yes.
And this is Cotton Candy Friday. So, you
Wait
know.
a minute.
Right. So
Disclosure.
Right. Disclosure.
You know, but with love and relationships, I think music has so much. You know, there's so much about music that changes your emotions and your vibe, right?
Right.
So you hear some good songs that remind you of couples and dating and fireplaces and
Right.
stuff. It just puts you in a mood.
Right.
Do you
Fireplaces.
purposely put us in that mood?
Just say yes.
With my performance, y'all
Just
gonna
say
get
yes
some
and keep it
tonight. If you don't get none, that's
on you.
That's on you.
That's
but
on you.
yeah, everybody should get some.
Your
tonight.
game is lacking. No.
I purposely try to put you in a good mood. Now, if you want to take it all the way there,
To the love part.
come on,
Right,
then
right.
hey, but, enjoy.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
but,
yeah.
But yeah, it is my point. It's my purpose to change your idea, to
Yeah.
shift you out of wherever you are,
Right.
because I don't know what you've been through all week. I don't know, what you need today. If I can put a smile on your face, if I can bring some joy to your heart, then that's where we at. Now, if you can get some extra.
And that's even better. That's even better.
Right.
But it
You
does.
are welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome. Just high five me.
I feel like that too because you're that guy that comes in. You know how when sometimes you go into a crowd and you've hosted places before and you go up. It's the difference between the beginning of the night and like that three quarters of the night when you get
yeah.
on stage. Beginning of the night, you like, how's everybody feel? You like, all right, we gonna get there. All right,
Right.
No,
My work
shots
is
for everybody.
cut.
Yeah. Looks
Exactly.
like only
Exactly.
she's drunk right now. Okay, you know what I'm saying? And then 3/4 of the night through, you get up there. How's everybody feeling? Ah! It's a
Yeah,
completely
yeah,
different
yeah.
feel,
Absolutely.
and it's hard to go in at the beginning.
Yes.
You know, and a lot of times people, entertainers, MCs, comedians, you feed off the crowd.
Right.
So if the crowd ain't doing nothing, you kind of like, all right, blah, blah, blah,
Well, see, because I think people have lost the art of the pregame.
Yeah, they do. They have.
The art, because when you getting ready to go to the club, you got your music, you got you already
pre-gaming.
you getting it ready.
Yeah.
Right.
While you ironing,
Right.
So that
Right.
when you get to the club or you get
already-
to the spot, you already
You're ready,
hype.
you're there.
But people come in and 7:00 is a little earlier to already be
Right.
ready because you getting off work, so you got to shift gears and
Right,
everything.
right.
But
But sometimes them gears take a little
come
too
on,
long
man,
to
it
shift.
does. It does.
Too long to shift.
And if you're not here to party, stay home.
Right. I always got to give extra love, praise, attention to the opening acts, the
Oh, yeah.
starters, those people that
Oh, yeah.
get the crowd going and ready for the main attraction.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, those guys in the television world, they hire even for the biggest, let's say, comedies on the planet, right? Like if there's a live studio audience, they always have one or two comedians that come out and get the crowd ready.
Still.
You might have the biggest show in the world,
Right.
but
Kevin
there's
Hart's coming
still-
on, but I got to get you prepped.
But
for
I gotta
Kevin
get
Hart.
you prepped for Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Like what? Yeah, because we don't want Kevin to have to work that hard to get you guys laughing. But it's like, why is that necessary? Apparently it still is. So imagine if it's not a Kevin Hart. Imagine if it's
Right.
a new show or
Right.
somebody nobody's ever seen before. That starter is always like so crucial.
It's so
And
crucial.
so man, big up to everybody that
Right? Hey, all right. That's
big
what,
up to everybody that takes on that job. Even DJs.
Yo.
When you go to a club, a lot of people don't know this, but some people are saying, and I assume most are good people. I'm joking. Even DJs. Like if you have a night where this DJ is about to, oh my gosh, I'm going to go see DJ such and such. Well, such and such would have a DJ that opens the club and
Right.
plays until okay,
So
they're ready
you
for me.
can't play-
They're
you
ready
can't
for
play
me.
this
But you
song,
can't
That's
play
right.
these
That's
songs.
right.
Yeah, you can't leave my
Now-
hits to me.
That happened. That was in San Antonio back in the '90s, right? When our clubs were kind of like we had more than one on a Thursday.
Well, that's because y'all. I heard y'all had to shoot your way in and shoot your way out.
Oh, yeah. I mean, all the
problem.
time.
Really?
But like literally, shout out to City, CITI, and DJ Direct, like all of those seasoned DJs. That's how they were back in the '90s. They had people who were interns that
Open the
kicked
night.
off the club. They
Right.
were there at 9 because
Right.
none of y'all there at 9, but there's DJ still has to be there.
Right.
So they were there from 9 and played usually from 9 to 11, and then the main DJ would come in at 11 and start spinning until 2. And you're right, they couldn't play certain songs
Right.
because those were the crowd
Those were the
hype
hits.
songs.
Right,
So,
exactly. That's what's gonna make me look good.
Right.
Now,
Right.
You
can't be-
you choose from the B sides.
Goodness,
Pick
man.
any of these.
Yeah.
No, you leave these alone. You pick any
Yeah.
of these. Play 10. And
Well,
I'll
you
be
know
back.
what's crazy, and you mentioned too, like even performing and people don't know who you are. So I was joking with Robert because I was like, some folks don't understand who Robert Carter is, but he actually headlines like 3 other bands that they do know.
Oh, okay.
So if I say the
Okay.
band's
Yeah,
name, they'll
yeah.
be like, "Oh, I love that band."
Right.
Well, the singer. That's Robert
Yeah,
Carter.
that's
You know
Robert
what I'm
Carter.
saying? Oh, okay.
Right.
But at the same time, we also want to brand Robert Carter.
Yes, sir.
So
That's
it's like that's and I'm all about branding over here. So that's why we have him, and just him in the paper, for Jazzed Up Friday.
So
you don't know?
Let me take that home.
That's one of my
I'm gonna
favorite
put that-
picks of you. I was like, okay, I got like 3 favorite picks. I use them in all the
Oh,
things.
that's what's up.
So we want to brand Robert Carter
Get
himself.
yours.
You can't see it. Right,
You'll
right,
see it.
right.
You'll see it.
And
Whoa,
so
that's
just
what's
know that, like, what are some of the bands that you sing with?
I've sung with, or I sing currently with the Azul Experience, RNS, and then I freelance with
Audition?
Europa. Right.
I freelance with
the Boys Men.
Yeah,
freelance with
call
those
me
guys.
and Bobby Brown on the new Lifetime movie.
I'm Eddie Kane Jr.
There used to be 4 boys to men. Now there are only 3, but they still sound the same. I wonder why.
Yeah.
Me.
Overdubbing.
So again, you've seen and lots of times performed at Tony G's, performed at Breathe, performed at all kinds of places, and of course on that first Jazzed Up with the Experience, he performed many performances there too.
Yeah.
And me, I'm good for James, you, Robert, you.
Yeah.
They did some stuff
We
at
definitely
our
appreciate that.
awards and
Yeah.
things. So just really, really good talent. And I keep on. This is like if you've ever, sometimes you go out and you're just like, the live music is there, but it's more the background, and you're hanging out with your friends and stuff.
Yep.
This can be actually a show for you. So like if you,
Oh, it's gonna be a show.
yeah, like. It's not actually.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is right.
a
It
show.
is. Excuse
See how
me.
you mean
See, because
right
the last time, and my boy kind of clowned me a little bit. Before I deployed, some feet rubbing going on.
You did feet rub.
I did do that. Yeah.
And you body roll.
And body roll. Yeah, yeah. I am down for.
Hold on.
Okay, yeah.
You were rubbing people's feet?
Bruh, let me tell
What
you.
is happening in San Antonio right
So
now?
what had happened was,
Explain yourself.
so I wrote this song called "Let Me Make It Better," and when I wrote it, I was thinking, what would a woman want to hear? I know what we want to hear: brown chicken, brown cow, right?
Brown chicken, brown cow. Okay.
I know what we want to hear.
Okay.
But, what does a woman want to hear? So the lyrics basically took, the evening where it was, I know you're coming home late. I, made you a bubble bath. Here's some wine, blah, blah, blah. And we can sit down and talk. Okay. Well, the very first time I performed it when I was in Las Vegas, there was this older lady there, and she was super fly, bro. One of those that she knew who she was and was comfortable with who she was.
Nice.
So I'm singing this song, and in the point of the song, I'm saying, so how was your day? And I'm looking at the person that I brought up
Okay.
to say something because sometimes fellas we just
listen. Yeah.
don't listen. We doing a lot of talking. So I made that in the song. So okay. let's hear about your day.
Yeah.
And then I said, well, let me make it better is the hook
Okay.
of the song. And she goes, And I'm like, what?
What is that?
Wait, what is that? And she took her shoes
this
off
is
and leaned back,
PG.
and I said, and okay, I'm in the middle of a show. We about to make this happen, and the audience died laughing. So I just have, and the audience died. So I've now just incorporated the concept of whatever it's gonna be, it is gonna be. Mm-hmm. I am down.
I love it.
To a limit.
Right.
I mean,
some desperate single female gonna be at your show Friday tonight.
Housewives.
Right.
You're gonna have 5 feet.
Hey, you know,
5 pairs.
No, we ain't not going that far.
I got you.
We're not going that far.
So have you done that here?
So
then?
I've done it here as well.
Oh, okay.
So the point is, you know, when I do my shows, just expect that it's gonna be more than
just up singing.
Just me up singing.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. You gonna talk to you?
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to you now.
And
We're gonna talk about family and relationships and whatever.
That's what's it's
rub
fun, man.
Hey,
it's fun.
I'm gonna rub your feet.
So that's one of the things. So like if you, I know I got a lot of couple reservations tonight. I was like, ooh, they bringing the couples out tonight, and it's it's good stuff. And we literally
bring the one you will love or the one you with,
or the one you want to love, but don't bring them both. Don't bring them both.
No, bring them both.
No, I am not doing that drama.
He's like, I dare you.
I was right there, like it's Friday the 13th.
I dare.
Can you do it?
All right. That brings up the question: when you have to, do you? Is there a time in life when you're that bold that it's like they could all be in the same room and it's no biggie?
Ooh, I've never had that swag. I've never had that game.
Yeah, I haven't.
But I know some people who got it like that.
Yeah.
Who, you know, and well, okay, females have it like that. Dudes don't have it like that.
Yeah, girls.
Females will have it like that.
Naturally anyway.
But I'm just saying.
Females definitely naturally have it that way.
If, you know, and you've seen it on, you know, whatever site where, you know, the boyfriend's calling and she picks up the phone while, you know, she's with the side guy.
The side dude, yeah.
And he's not saying anything. She's like, shh, be quiet. Boom. Hey, baby, nothing. I ain't doing nothing. Having a whole conversation. Let that flip. It's not
flipping.
That's
It's not flipping.
Hey, baby.
He said, let that flip.
He said to be quiet. I said,
Woof. Meow. That's the dog. No, I'm not a dog. You're like, you're killing me here. You're killing me. So yeah, on the flip side, you know, for the females got it like that.
Because, you know, in the instance, you know, there's a lot of ways you can think about it. I would never really want to be in a room where multiple men have all been with me. That made me feel like a little bit of a whore. Like,
unless you're amazing.
And I am. But still.
I'm just saying. So you get in a room and everybody's like, God.
No. Because they've all talked to me. Because I've been with them. Because I've slept with them. Okay. I don't want to be in a room.
No. I understand what you're saying.
With multiple sleepages.
8 of my exes.
I hear what you're saying.
Or currents.
But to be in the room where people are like, damn it, I had it and I coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Yeah. Now, okay. Yeah, see?
That's where I'm going with that.
Yeah. And everybody loves that moment.
That's what I'm saying.
Everybody
and you like,
loves that moment.
Exactly. And you walked out and you're like, yeah, you could have.
When you see your ex and he ain't looking as good,
Come
but you
on.
know you're looking better.
Come on.
Yeah.
Right.
Those are good times. Those are good times.
That's where I went with it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But because I can't really fathom it either. I used to have a friend where she would be in the club and like 4 or 5 of the dudes that she's talked to or talking to or whatever are all there.
Right.
And I'm like, this is so much.
Yeah.
Now, of course,
you felt it for her.
Look, we didn't pay for no drinks all night.
Well, then what are y'all talking about? What are we talking about here?
Because she just went from one. But in my mind, I was like, that's just so much. But it was her, not me.
Right. As you drinking her drinks. Right.
Absolutely. Taking it for the team.
It's too many. Vodka tonic, please. It's too many. Thank you, sir.
This is a hard life. Baby, I feel bad for
him
you.
too?
But I'm gonna captain.
Girl, you toned to that one too? Yeah, I want a bourbon and 7. Okay. Jeez,
I don't know how you do it.
Yes. Got 4 drinks. 4 drinks. Yes.
Terrible.
I still feel bad though.
No, you don't. In the morning, and that hangover.
Yeah.
Girl.
Yeah, I don't know.
how you
So
do
do y'all? So you said you don't, because I know you guys aren't those guys. But to be in a room with a whole bunch of women that you talking to,
I've done it.
You've done it?
Okay.
That you're currently talking to?
No.
Oh, that past
are
relationships
in the past relationship.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I did it.
Or people that you've known intimately.
So I can be.
Because when you're dating, you're not necessarily like, I'm not obligated to you.
Right.
So you could easily be in a room with several people that you're dated.
That you've been with.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Especially in San Antonio.
It gets a little uncomfortable, but as long as I think when we're adults, everybody, you just keep it easy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, where it becomes bad is when people get selfish, when people get stingy. Right. So while I was deployed, I'll tell you the story. I met a first sergeant who was telling me about some of the issues that she and her troops were having. So one young lady was married to another dude who was deployed someplace else, but she was messing with two other guys. Right, so she was
a married woman.
She was a married woman messing with
That's a different
two
set of
other
rules.
dudes,
But go ahead.
right?
Yeah.
But wanted one of the other guys to leave their significant other, and was like, "If you don't, I'm gonna blow your whole house. I'll blow it all up." Right,
And she just so happened to be in the ordnance division.
Right. Not literally blow it up, but I'm gonna tell,
I'm gonna tell the world,
and we gonna, we'll see what happens.
But she is also married.
She's already
So she's gonna ruin your marriage,
Right.
over the tryst that you guys are
Right.
having if you don't leave your person.
Right.
Even though I'm not necessarily leaving my person.
Does it make sense?
No.
We had this conversation a couple of
Somebody being
Cotton Candy
stingy.
Fridays ago
Come on.
when we were talking about is it okay or is it weird that that you get mad if your side chick has a boyfriend?
Come on, man. You can't.
You can't do that.
That's stingy.
That's just greedy.
You just being greedy.
That's so greedy.
Greedy. That's where failure happens.
Yeah.
As long as everybody just, okay, what's the situation? And I think it's a matter of communication, conversation. All right, what are we doing here?
Right.
If this is what it is, then let's just be grown and do that.
And
When I see you, I see you.
Yeah.
When I don't see you, I don't.
Do you think that's easier after you've given them the good stuff?
On whose part?
For you. After you
I think it's difficult on everybody's part, for a female and secretly, sorry fellas, but on guys too, which is why dudes get mad if they see their side chick with some other dude.
Right, because really they hurt
It's like,
feelings, but they don't.
everybody's
I'm the
human.
one that's supposed to be
Yeah.
satisfying.
Right.
Like, why do
right.
you need something beyond
Exactly.
me?
Exactly.
Yeah,
You
that's
being
the
greedy.
idea. Yeah, that's the idea.
Man, that's crazy. So as
And it's
wonderful as you
ego-driven.
sound,
It is all
very much
ego driven.
It is.
All of it is
It
ego
is.
driven.
Real quick, I want to say hi, Tiffany. What's up? Shay Morgan. What's up, baby? You be
Yes.
safe out there. She is in Denmark right now.
Denmark.
Having a
Copenhagen,
good time.
making it happen, yeah.
And
That's what's up.
and she's a travel girl. She's loved to travel, so she started her own business
Yo.
and her own travel agency. So if anybody's
Wonderful.
out
Black
there
girls
is
rock.
interested in starting their own travel agency or getting a part of it, get with Shay. But that's awesome stuff, and I like it because it encourages people to go places that they've never been, thought that they would go, experience things that they didn't think that they would experience, and I just think that's great. So
Wonderful.
What's up? And then Jay, I don't know if you're still on there, but Jay is also popped on, and he is actually in the upcoming play Unfaithful. It's also in here.
Is that handsome dude that I was wondering why?
No,
he was?
it's not him, but Jay's handsome.
But Jay's handsome also, but it's not the one that I was talking about.
But it
Not
wasn't
the one
that
I
dude.
was talking
Right,
about.
right.
Not that Jay's not handsome, but it's not the one I was talking about.
No, that's
Right.
not
was
him.
coming out
That's
all
not him.
wrong.
That was his.
He's not the handsome one.
Bless
No,
his
that
heart.
Sorry,
Sorry.
You are the handsome one,
No.
but you're not the handsome one that he was speaking
That
about.
I was talking about
right,
the
but
other
he
day.
is on. He is in the play, so support our very own San Antonio person that's gotten on this play with Shirley Murdoch and everything, and he's traveling right now in other towns or other
it is right
cities.
there. Unfaithful.
Yes, that's it. He's traveling in other cities right now, doing that play. So hi, honey, and thanks for tuning in and all that. Of course, hello to our super fly. Nanette, how are you, baby? Glow Armor, what's up?
What
and
up?
everybody else on there. Now, we often have my girls on here, and we talk about singleness of the females and difficulties of dating. You're single, right?
Yes.
Are you still single?
Yes.
I often be trying to hook Robert up, but let me tell you, it's hard for me to hook Robert up.
Teflon.
Robert don't even know. Robert don't even know I be trying to do this, but it's hard because with all my friends, guys or girls, like I'm not coming with no. You can't be no. suspect, right?
Right.
For me to hook you up with Rob. Like, that's not going to happen. Like, you little suspect.
Yeah.
Or you're not his type, whatever the case may be.
Right.
But I do, like, I'm going to look. I don't care if a female's like, oh, he's handsome or whatever. I need you to come to the table just like I would ask a man. You got a job, you got a house, you got a car, you got a regular income, you go to church,
please.
whatever it is.
You got your life
like,
together,
I need
then-
these 10 questions answered before I must say, yo, Robert, what you think about it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Because,
Thank you.
like, he's a good dude. So I need him not to have to waste time with you little hoochie mamas out there. So how hard is it for y'all to date in San Antonio right now?
Ooh.
Because for girls, the ladies say,
Well,
look, the ladies say,
Apparently, the ladies are having a really hard time.
yeah. So with the frustration from the ladies, it makes it even more difficult because whatever, fellas, man, y'all messed it up.
for real,
So everything is a second
like
guess.
quality control.
I can't just do something and just be comfortable doing it. Now it's, well, why'd you do that? And do you do that for everybody? Or, there's there's that second guessing thing, which makes everything, the hesitation, which makes it more difficult.
Yeah, see?
It makes it
harder.
Just,
And it's interesting. I mean, I sit here week after week and listen to different points of view
Right.
on the dating scene here in San Antonio, and how people are, how mainly the women, how they're just fed up because it seems to me like it's the greed that you were talking about a little while ago. Guys are getting greedy. They want to be with this one and this one and this one and this one.
Right.
And then you don't get nothing, but I want to be with these.
Right. Right.
And then it seems as though once the guys are doing that, they inevitably mess up those
Blow
relationships
it.
somehow.
Yeah.
And then now no guys, because so many of them do it, go anywhere where the ladies can meet them, because chances are they're going to see this one and this one and this one and this one at that same place.
Yeah.
So it makes it even more difficult for ladies to meet guys. And I'm constantly trying to say, well, change the circle, go somewhere else. There's almost 2 million people in San Antonio.
Right.
You can't tell me that, every man in San Antonio has this issue, right? Or every single man.
Right. But as sometimes I think that when we go on dates, when we bring along with us all the ghosts of our past, instead of just letting it be what it
clean
is
slate
in
date.
this moment. Okay, we're gonna go to Chuck E. Cheese, and it is just Chuck E. Cheese is a bad one, but I'm just I don't
It's
even know
Chuck E.
why
Cheese
Chuck
in
E.
this
Cheese.
moment. Yeah, that's all right.
Papa Dough.
Yeah, we'll go to Papa Do's. So, but because the last 14 dudes, or the last 14 females, y'all went to Papa Do's, y'all had a similar experience. Now you bring all of these ghosts.
Well, Jimmy brought me to Papa Dough.
Right,
And Tommy brought me to Papa Dough.
He ordered the fondue.
Right. I heard that joke before. You look just like, it's like,
right.
So have you gotten that personally? Have you been in a situation where oh man, this woman is comparing me to,
I've been in a situation where I felt that way.
or you felt like you were being compared to past relationships?
Right, and I'm being held to the standard is a little different. I'm like, okay, now I don't know that that's fair.
Yeah, agreed.
So
you got to treat every
Come on.
thing like a new experience. It's new.
Just give me
It's
something
new.
fresh.
Treat it
So
experience.
I think that is wow. I mean, it seems so simple or so like a little thing, but it is a huge thing, and I think that really could solve a lot of the issues
Well,
of
that
dating.
and expectation. Just put your expectation aside especially if it's fresh, if it's new. Just go into it as something new. There should really not be a expectation of we're going to fall in love. This is going to be a
Gotcha.
forever thing.
Right.
The expectation is I expect to have a good time
Tonight.
today, right now in this moment. Right. And just leave it at that. And I'm not setting the ball up for the fellas to be grimy or for the females to be grimy, but I'm just saying when you approach something new or you just have an outlook, then approach it with a fresh slate. There's so much stuff already written on it that you can't draw anything new. There's no other new picture that you can put on this
here.
And to guys too, because guys
On this
bring
canvas.
a lot
Holy
of baggage
cow, we do.
to every
Absolutely.
date. It's like, all
Absolutely.
right, so the last girl I was dating tried to, she had a side guy, tried to get him to get a divorce, and I'm just saying,
Right.
or come back to the story, but
What's
I paid for a meal and you want a second meal on the side to
Yeah.
take home
to take home, to your dog.
You heard about it?
No.
Terrible.
Yeah. So, but
That's
the
when
guys
you gotta
always.
take them to Baggiano's and get their pasta, and they give you the second one for free for lunch tomorrow. Don't
Right,
be
right.
ordering extra dishes for y'all, man. That's just horrible. That's horrible.
Yeah.
Man, that's horrible. But
Wow.
okay, so
I never. Wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Ordering an extra dish on a
To
date
take-
so
to
I
take-
can have
so I
it
can have
either
it for
for
later.
tomorrow or really
I'm
for my
taking it
side
home.
man.
Yeah.
Or for my other
I'm
guy.
taking this home.
Yeah.
That and then.
Or my kids. I don't know. But
Whoever.
that's not okay.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
not
no.
okay.
No,
Don't
that's
feed-
not okay.
Not off of the first date. I mean, don't feed
Not off of-
everybody.
Oh my gosh. This is for my mom, and I think my sister's gonna want.
not okay.
No. My sister don't like anchovies. Take that off. Take that off.
Man, that's funny. So do you think? Okay, so you definitely see baggage,
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff.
But we all
have it. Both
We all have
sides.
it.
Both
Yeah.
sides. And I definitely know that you can tell. You might not know that you're doing it, but other people can tell when you're projecting your old past stuff
Yes.
on them.
Yes.
We could definitely tell that. Like, you still hurt. You might want to go get
Right.
counseling and then call me.
Something.
Because
whatever
when
your
the pain is
refresh
still there,
That's true.
it comes up in every
That's
little
true.
conversation, and you're gonna bring it back up, and because that pain is still there.
Yes.
Which means maybe you shouldn't be on a new date because you're not giving
You
him a
gotta
fresh
resolve it. You gotta
panel
resolve
or
it.
whatever, or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So my question is, I got guys here. Guys is here. I got to get all my questions answered. So when you meet a girl that, and I don't know, maybe if either one of you have ever met a female who is still a virgin. Have you ever done that at our older
No,
ages?
I'm cool. Nope.
No.
You never.
I've
You've been
never-
married for too long, but you know.
No. and that's too much pressure.
But I did stuff. I've lived some life.
I mean, I know, but after the fact, like, guys, right now, have you met any virgins now? Like, no, and then before
I don't.
you got married,
I plead the fifth.
look.
in the dating scene. What are we talking about?
Right.
No, I
Yeah,
mean, obviously, I have a kid, so no. So no, I ain't been with no virgins.
No.
Immaculate
Not at all.
conception.
But because there's still a few out
Exactly,
there,
immaculate.
few women out there that are holding on to their jewels, but like you said, nope, never ran into one.
Hold on,
Never. Hold on, baby.
Well, I don't know. Yeah.
If you were to,
Yes.
Okay, so here's another assumption just from looking
Okay.
at you guys. I don't feel like, I know sex is like, if you don't have sex with me, I'm going to break up with you.
No.
I don't feel like you are that type of man to say that. But would it be difficult to date someone that's not giving up or that isn't, or that maybe, because maybe, I'm thinking maybe they don't have all that stuff on a baggage because,
Okay. How transparent do you want me to be here?
I want you to tell me the truth. Would it be easy for you to date someone?
You know what? I think it honestly for good dudes, right? It honestly
good dudes, right.
For good dudes, it honestly depends on how much I am into this person,
Right.
emotionally, mentally. Like if yes, there is a physical need that guys walk around with every day.
Right.
That's that has to be tamed, right? We have to tame that. But if you're able to stimulate us in other ways, like, oh my gosh, man, I just had this 3-hour conversation with this person. It was amazing. I learned so much and whatever. You can.
But there will be no cuddling.
But there, no.
We ain't setting me up for
Yeah. I do not.
If it's gonna be fair across the board.
I am not trying to feel blue.
Come on, Doc. That's just ridiculous. So
don't do that.
No.
Don't want to.
No, I don't want to snuggle
under the stars.
Let's keep
and a
it. Let's keep it
picnic.
amicable.
No, thank you.
Come on,
Yeah.
baby.
You sit right there, Indian style. Let's have a conversation.
Let's have a conversation. We can talk. We can laugh. You do the push thing. He, whatever.
He said
Right. I'm cool with that. But other than that, no.
No.
Let's just keep it.
It
Let's
makes
keep
it difficult, and ladies don't get that.
No.
Honestly, it seems as though ladies don't get that. It's like if we are engaged in a very meaningful relationship that, okay, my heart is yours and my mind is yours and my spirit is yours and we're not sharing bodies yet, you sit right there.
Yeah.
Because then now it's a teasing situation, right? Because men are incredibly tactile and physical, right? So all those things also push all the emotional buttons and all the mental buttons when you just rub on my arm and,
like,
and things are gonna be like, woo,
you know
what
we
was
be
that?
looking
What that
good,
mean?
right.
Yeah, what that mean? Right. Because you're pushing all the inside buttons with all the outside gestures, right?
Right.
So if we're gonna sit down somewhere, then we're gonna sit apart.
That's
you know,
right.
maybe I'll hold your hand. That's okay, right?
Yeah.
I know what's expected from that. But
We gotta
maybe
leave
you can
room
hold
for the
my
Holy
arm.
Ghost.
Right,
Leave room
right.
for Jesus.
Right.
Yeah, leave room for the Holy Ghost.
Jesus.
And but if you guys, if we're really gonna like sit under a tree and snuggle while we're reading a book or I'm reading you poet or whatever it might be, be aware that all of your physical gestures are harmful,
Are big
harmful to our health.
gesturing.
The sun has to be out. It's got to be bright. Children running.
Yeah.
You know,
Something,
some dogs.
grandparents, kids playing
Come on.
baseball.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
I have to
crazy,
be
like
there.
children running
Children.
around.
It's
I
got
think
to-
things happen.
Nah.
Yeah.
The moon can't be. I mean,
So,
you can't
okay.
have it. Can't be a romantic.
I
situation.
like this. I like this conversation because I feel like I'm breaking through here.
Okay.
So you like, because we both said, I mean, there's the physical. So if I'm gonna need you to respect my stuff.
You must
Yeah.
also do the same.
And I feel like
Right.
you're right. Women don't realize that.
No.
Right.
No.
So
They don't
Be like,
get it.
hey.
so look, right. So look now let's women, let's think about this.
Please don't do that.
Women, I need you here. I need you
I
to
dropped my
comment.
pencil.
I need you to let me know if I'm wrong or if I'm. But let's think about what we do, right? So, because a lot of us get mad that a lot of the conversation from men is sexual, or I want it, and you feel like you can't just go on a date because, you know, can I get it? And we ain't even got the appetizer yet. So it feels like a very piece of meat, or, you know what I'm saying, very like physical
It's
situation.
animalistic. It is
That's good.
animalistic.
It feels like a
guys
good,
have those instincts and they're very strong.
and sometimes
in
it
us.
feels like that, and you feel like, dang, can you see my face? Do you know I have a brain? Like, get off my ass, right?
Right.
But let's be honest, when we're at home, we find the ass jeans that made our ass look perfect.
I was about to say.
No, we should not ever be about to say.
Okay.
We let them be about to
I
say.
wasn't gonna say nothing then.
Don't say a
But
word.
I'm here to tell you, like, with that, we do that. Like, you grab a pair of jeans, you put it on, you
set
look
me
at
up for
yourself, you're like, this don't look my ass. There's certain things that you wear when you go out in public because it makes your figure. You feel good about how you look, and you know other
you
people
know you look good.
You know you look good. Like, you know you did not put those other jeans on because they don't look as good as those
right
jeans.
there. Right. Yeah.
And we know this, right? We also know that, you know, you put your smell good on. We just got our fresh lay, whatever it is. You know that walk you got. You know the hug you got. You know the all of that.
Well, we do the same thing.
And I'm
we go
saying-
on a date. We get them 3,700 push-ups in. So
y'all do push-ups before. Y'all do.
So
I
we
seen
walk
that.
in.
I seen to that. I seen to that. Right.
Yeah. And then you hug. You make sure
You make sure you like
bring them in real close,
extra tight wherever you feel the pressure.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, wow.
Y'all do that. There it is.
He's so. How you doing? It's good to meet you.
So, but
That telephone
then
voice. Hey, how you doing, girl?
How's it going?
understand that all those little bitty things are actually that you're wanting to trigger a guy actually does.
It does work.
Triggers.
So like it works, right?
It works.
So then at the flip side, when they've reacted to what you've put out there, then you want to be like, or inappropriate or whatever. And is it really though? Because that's what you was. People say all day long they dress for themselves. Stop lying.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you see, she is wrapping up her soliloquy right now,
Yeah.
right?
I am.
Okay. So why I said
We
those
don't say
words
that.
never come out of
Yeah.
our mouths is because coming out of her mouth, the point is taken.
Yeah.
Coming out of our mouths, no matter what we say and
It's
how
an
eloquently
excuse.
we say it, no, coming out of our mouths, no matter how eloquently we say it, all people hear is, oh, she just asking for it. So
She just-
we
right.
never say that.
Ooh, right.
That's a
Let
good point.
them.
That's a good point.
And-
That's a good
and-
point.
and
At
my-
no point am I
no
saying that she was asking for it.
Look, I'm giving you the Elvin.
I promise.
But look, so my boo said, should women wear mums so that men aren't trying to sleep with us all the time?
No. Okay.
No.
So
see, we didn't even say it. And look at the question.
Okay.
Right?
So I'll say this. In my opinion,
I'm just saying it works.
I don't believe that it's bad. I think we just have to come to the table with this is intent, but expectations are different. So my intentions is to get to know you, to date you, blah, blah, blah. Yes, I probably should be a little bit more mature to look at you directly in your eyes while we're talking, even though you have the low cut, whatever. It's my responsibility as a man to make sure that I'm engaging. However, I'm just asking for some help.
Right.
Don't wear a muumuu, but, you know, if my eyes wander a little bit, I'm sorry. This is a society of sex. I can't go to the grocery store without seeing something about sex, even checking out the aisle. You know, it's plastered around us. Television, movies, everything around us is
the music
about
that's playing on right now. Give it to me, girl. Give it to me, baby.
Yeah. So there is a song with that. I don't know, but give it to me, baby. That's what she was going. Give it to me. Give me that funk, that sweet. That's where she was going. Yeah. That's where I got you. Exactly. That's what she was.
We're gonna sing a little bit. So yeah. But yeah, I get it.
But you see
so
how
it's responsible on both ends. But yes,
see how the question even comes up like, so what we didn't even say it.
No.
Nika said it.
I think,
and the
just
idea is still like, we supposed.
And
ladies, we're there with you.
Yeah.
You got it right. So we know that you're beautiful. We know that you have a touch, a sense, a look. We know that because we're there.
Yes.
Don't do it again, because then what ends up happening is.
Yeah,
you start pushing all the animalistic buttons and make us want to. All those things are designed to make us want you. We're there. We already want you. Do it again, and then our eyes start to want. Because now we're imagining, right? Instead of a situation where we should just be engaging and having dinner and now because of that extra hug, because of the way you dressed, your hug, your this, your that. All those things that you were doing, all those magic things that were pushing all our buttons, now we're imagining something else when all you want to do is just be engaged.
Now this was in that box of the virgin girl, I think, right? That's where we were going with that, or we were going out of that box, and this is the because like on a regular date, freaking touch me. I want that interaction, but.
Okay, so on a regular day.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, so this is, I think where we went was originally she was like, well, the virgin. Because and then we were like, right, the covering is out, blah, blah, blah.
Because you're not going to give me any at all, so let's not even pretend.
Let's not
pretend. But that can happen also with someone who is also experienced, right? If you're already decided nothing is going to happen tonight, then don't flirt with me. Don't pull on, don't push the button.
And don't ask for 7 drinks.
Don't ask for because.
So wait a minute.
What do you mean?
She knows what I mean.
Yeah, I do.
Don't ask for 7 drinks.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So if we're on a date and you're not, I see you in the club and you're really not interested.
Yeah. Don't be trying to get me.
Right. Oh, that's it.
For 7 drinks for me, I thought on a date. I thought we were on a date.
No. Don't.
If you're not interested,
use me for a free drink.
And honestly, even if you're on a date, because I've had this conversation with my homies, and I always ask my homegirls, I'm like, man, can you actually go out to eat with people that you're not interested in? And they're like, yeah, I'm going to get this meal.
Yeah,
right. I'm going to get this free meal. I can't do it.
Okay.
I don't think it's okay. If I already know that I do not like you, if I already know I'm not going to give you no type of chance. Now, it's different if I'm going to get to know you to see if I'm going to give you a chance. If there's chemistry, maybe. You know what? The first time I met, he was kind of but I want to give another chance to see if something sparks.
That's fair.
Cool. That's fair.
Yeah.
But if you know, there is
no
way this dude is getting no type of play. I'm literally going to eat because I was hungry and I want to go to Papados. I ain't got Papados money right now.
Come on.
Okay. Right?
So
that's uncool.
That's grimy.
That's grimy. That's grimy.
That, in my opinion, measures the same as The guy is
Yes.
only after sex.
Yes.
The
Okay.
female's only
So-
after a good.
I
so,
agree.
and this happens with people of all ages, right? So I'm on my phone right now
Come on.
because I'm searching for a post that I saw earlier. Somebody had posted or reposted, took a picture, a screen cap of this young lady's Facebook page where she was, or Facebook post where she was hugging with the guy who she just had an amazing day with, right? And proceeded to take. She took the picture, she posted it, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Jeremy, for an amazing friend day. With everything from the horseback riding to the flowers to the dinner to the this and that. You really raised the bar on friendship and what a guy needs to do to please me.
Terrible.
Thank you for." And then hashtag, best friends or
I've
something
seen
like that.
that.
You've seen that too.
And
okay,
that's
so
horrible.
That's horrible, right?
Yeah.
And so, okay,
Wow.
so
That's
what
it.
happens?
Maybe I just wanted to shame
What happens
the
in
face
this,
right now.
in this situation is that women, there's those men that really don't have no type of chance, and mainly because they're not attracted to them, right?
Yeah,
It could
right,
be
right.
whatever. You could have whatever. I am not attracted to you. I literally physically cannot imagine myself laying down in the bed with you or kissing you or doing whatever it is. I cannot imagine it. So that means you are in the friend zone, right? Like like literally, and they will
Unless you
tell you
paid.
that. And even then, you in the friend zone. You just paid to get out for 2 minutes. No, you do. You paid to get out for 2 minutes, and then you gonna hop back in,
See,
right?
but that's horrible. But that's horrible. That's
my
the same
point.
thing as
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
don't buy the
And
7 drinks.
It's the same.
right?
It's that same thing.
Well, you paying me back?
And
with
if
the,
you know, and most of the time the women are just, they don't want to hurt the guy's feelings,
Okay.
right? And
Yeah.
but they still want that beautiful, fabulous horseback riding and flowers and candy because it makes anybody feel good to
Right.
get those things.
well, then ask your
But-
man. Ask your man.
But that's the whole thing. There is no man. That's man's trying to be her man. So he came out with the whole red carpet,
Right.
everything, and she knows he's trying to be her man.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's
we're
why.
obvious.
So that's
Pretty
why
obvious.
she said, "Thank you, best friend. You just raised the bar on
Shut
whatever."
it down.
That was the
She's
nice
shutting
way
it
of
down.
saying,
Shutting
"I'm
it
not
down.
giving you no
She's shutting it
cookie,
down.
and I appreciate you
yet-
spending this money."
And yet, I will
still-
accept this because
But I didn't stop you
always-
from doing
I
it
didn't
either. So
stop
that's
you.
what women don't do. I don't think women are like, well, hey, are you doing this? Because I've done that before. You can help me, but please understand, you ain't getting no stuff. You are literally helping me because you see my dream, my goal, and you want to help. That help is not coming with no ass, no cash, no nothing. So if it is, then don't help me.
Don't do it.
If you're doing it for this, then I'm going to take it.
Yeah.
Right.
Right? But a month down the line, when you like, hey, Nika, can we go? No.
Yeah.
No.
And I don't want to hear nothing because this phone call has been recorded.
For your and my protection.
For you and my protection. Right.
Here we got a notary right over here. You see that seal? The friend contract.
The friend contract. Like, you are helping because you are a friend.
Right.
And it is
Right.
important to say it because even if you talk about it,
Yeah.
as time goes on, and because actions speak louder than words.
Yeah, that's true.
And your
Right.
actions start being different. And look, when I was in my 20s, I had to tell all my homeboys, why is she acting like this? Why is she tripping? Because you acting like her man. You picking her up from work. You spending every day with her. You done called her 3 times. That's what a man, that's what a boyfriend does.
Yeah. Right.
A friend doesn't do that.
Right.
A homie does. A sex partner sure don't do that.
Right.
You call them at 2:00 in the morning on Saturday every other week. That's the only conversations that you have. If you doing more than that, you asking for a relationship.
Right. No, yeah. You're
Period.
absolutely right.
Like, so again, if you doing the actions that say,
You ain't seen your brother this much.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, come
Your
on,
brother
man.
asked you
And
for a ride
see,
to work because his car was broken down. You said, nah, because I got to go
gotta
get
go older.
What? Nigga don't want you.
But yet,
Yes,
right.
but you know.
But yeah, and still.
But you know, she
and
my
that's,
friend.
And that's the
Yeah.
whole thing.
Yeah.
And so it's like not being honest with self, not being honest with the people that are around you,
Right.
going ahead and taking whatever free gifts or free services or whatever. That's an action as well.
Yeah.
If I take it, that means in your mind, I got a chance.
Yeah. That's exactly what that means.
I got a
It
chance.
means, shoot. I know I'm not that super cute, but
But she took it.
She took
she
it.
did.
And I got a
Ah,
chance.
that means I can chance.
So they ain't going nowhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know? And then women
Right.
be, ooh, but meanwhile, you
And if
Steady
you
fishing.
acting right, and if you acting like Glo just said, you know, the problem is that you can tell a man that you aren't interested, and he'll still want to do nice things for you, which is what we're talking about right now. However, he's thinking that he's going to change your mind. He's not. He's not just being generous just because men don't do that.
This is why you record conversations.
Well,
I don't think anybody does that.
You're right. Nobody does it.
I mean, you know, I'm.
Yeah.
My wife thinks I'm a catch, but I'm not. You know, the end all. I'm definitely not. Right, but I ain't this guy. Anyway,
it's Friday the 13th. It's going.
I feel like I should touch him too. If you touch him, like, let's both touch him.
No, but I've been courted in my life, you know, on more than one occasion. And, you know, if you're not interested, then, you know, say it.
Yeah.
Because women don't leave either. And, you know, it could be like, wow, thank you for the shirt. Okay. Because I want to see you in this. It's not that. It's not that. Oh, you needed a shirt. It's like, this is a shirt my man would wear.
That shirt. Yep.
Right. I want to see you in this shirt.
Nipples cut out in this.
I like this one. I like this one.
Here's some cologne.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Yeah. And women court too. So it's certainly not just that men don't do that. Women don't leave either to an extent if you truly want something, right?
That's because
my wife was relentless. I'll be honest with you. I mean, we were together,
right?
And then there was a short time during our boyfriend and girlfriend phase where we were both growing and doing stuff, and we split up for a little while, and you know, she dated someone else, I dated someone else, and then eventually we came back together. But honestly, before we came back together, my wife was like, "Oh no, come on," and I'm like, "Wait, no, come on."
Right.
but we finished. Right. Come on, we're done with all this. Let's go.
That's because the stories like that. That's why, because you get stories like that, happy endings where, you know, you hear the man and he's standing up and they're 60 years old, and you know, I was actually dating this other girl, and you know, my wife said,
came and got me.
Over, and, you know, and you hear those stories, which is why, you know, we don't necessarily give up. The heart wants, I guess, what the heart wants.
And you certainly can't put that just on men. You know, the heart wants what the heart wants.
Oh no, let a woman want something, hunty.
Yeah. The heart wants exactly.
We get real,
but don't get bitter.
And I'm not stupid enough to tell you what we do. I ain't giving away the secret.
Oh no, we already know the secret. The secret is that you just you will it into existence. It's like, wait a minute, come on.
We will it.
We do will it into existence. This is my man.
Even if I told you,
he's on a date with somebody else. On a date with somebody else. This is my man. Excuse me. You have to go. This is my man. But I'm on a no, honey. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But you know, the thing about it is that you're right.
Notes, like, yeah, it's like, all right, just will it.
When you want
somebody buried my drawers in the backyard. Dog it.
That's why I can't leave. That's why I can't leave.
I've been
oh my God.
I'm trying to go this way.
but I do think you're right. I think that when you want it, you do the things that you need to do to make sure you got your man or whatever. And it's those efforts that people fall in love with. It's those sacrifices that people are like, oh yeah, that's
true.
That's that one.
So what is the one thing as a lady that a man can do? Yeah, we gonna flip these tables now, though.
Let's get this.
Get your fingers ready, Glo. Cause I know we want you to tell us too, right? I know you're gonna be able to answer this as well.
Load this up.
What can a gentleman do to make a woman see them in a different light?
What can a gentleman...
Like, I'm in the friend zone. Oh my gosh, I'm trapped. I'm in the friend zone. I just did, I'm Jamie or whatever it was that got this girl flowers and candy and whatever.
So I'm gonna tell you like this.
Best friend day. How can Jamie get Tanya to see him in a different light? And is it possible? I mean, I know it's possible. I'm sure there's a million relationships out there that started out in the friend zone, and then
so
it's
you remember
and all the movies and stuff.
You remember Will Smith's movie, right? When he was the little hooker-upper, Hitch, right? It's much like that.
Like in real life, or are we talking about?
It's much like that.
That was a script.
So I gotta.
Let me tell you.
So
let me give you an example.
Allergies and Benadryl.
No, not what happened with him.
Okay.
But
Kevin James.
What his job was. So at the very beginning, when he was hooking up the nerdy men with these fine women, and it was like everybody could make it happen.
Yeah.
But it's a tactic that he used. So one of the scenes, the pretty girl lost her little dog, right? We love our dogs, right? You saved my dog, I'm looking at you in a different way.
Really?
Yeah.
Even the dog.
So what? But that's what Will Smith did. They kidnapped the dog,
right,
and they stole him, and then they made it do whatever, and then they made it look like he saved the dog from getting hit by a car, and that literally was like, oh my God, you saved my love, and literally it opens up. Now I'm gonna tell you how truthful that is.
Okay.
Kids. Right? We got plenty of single moms and parents out there, whatever. Moms love their kids. If they see you as a friendship type of situation, and maybe they've never even thought about you like that, but you go around their kid,
and the kid
and
loves
the kid
you,
lights up, and something happens, and all of a sudden she sees the daddy bubbly bouncing the baby in her mind. It'll change the way she sees about you. So it's literally going to the things that are most important to her.
Whipping the kids. Kidnap the dog. But don't get it twisted. Don't kidnap the kid, because that's a different thing.
It's finding her love. No kidnapping's allowed. It's finding the thing that she loves.
So
right?
And attaching and being attached to that somehow.
Attachment to that. So either you're helping it, you're growing it, you've donated. So let's just say I was single, right? Okay. And I'm sitting here and I'm doing all this work and I'm here, and somebody came in, and it could be somebody that I see every day. Never even paid attention to them.
Right.
But they come in here and they're like, hey, look, Tha1Radio is your baby. I'm gonna write you this little check for this to take care of this. I've got this coming over here. We've got this thing being painted over here and whatever. And they just come and do it. I'm gonna be like, who is you? And now I'm gonna start looking at you in a different way. Why are you spending so much time taking care of what I love? Like what's so precious to me?
Right.
And you're making it precious to you.
Right.
That's what opens up a woman to looking at you differently if they've already shut you out as a possibility. Because a woman knows if she's gonna sleep with you as soon as she sees you.
Okay.
You are a potential yes. You're in the yes, you're in the no, you're in the hell no, right? That's just as soon as she sees you. So if you want to switch out of those yes, no, hell no boxes, you've got to connect yourself to something that she's passionate about and make a difference about that passion. Then she'll turn around and say, you know what, you went from hell no to kinda.
to maybe yeah.
To maybe yeah. Just
I've got a chance.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
All right.
Okay.
So somebody give me Angelina Jolie's
Sanaa
and
Lathan.
hook me up with those kids that she be helping all the time.
Sanaa Lathan.
What she say? Hold up. You said Sanaa.
Right.
Not Angelina.
I don't believe in the construct of friend zone.
Yeah, she shut down the conversation.
In a romantic relationship with a friend, the way to be more is to be kind, funny, and smart, and not to do anything to make me regret considering making you more than a friend. That's good.
Okay.
That's
but you gotta believe. I
answer.
mean, I get it, and yes, and I don't understand how you can't believe in the construct of the friend zone. You can't believe in that, but it exists. Right?
I mean, everybody's in a friend zone that you're not talking to.
Right. Like you got to understand the concept of or got to believe in I believe in the concept of these glasses because they exist. There it is. Yeah. You know what I mean? So the friend zone, it exists. Yeah. Look at everybody, like you just said.
Look
everybody that you're not sleeping
with,
they're your friends in the friend zone.
Yeah.
But she's right. Just don't do anything that makes the young lady regret thinking about you in the first place.
Smart thing though.
Once she said, I like you.
Yeah.
That's when that kicks in.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Don't say nothing that's, whatever. Just be you, and you don't have to lie to kick it and all that kind of good stuff.
Right.
But that's once we've we are aware that we like each other and we about to go do this.
Right.
This isn't
from that point on, we adults, like you said, we gonna have a conversation. He's gonna tell me, I can't stand when people call me and don't say hello first. Right? That's very simple.
Yeah.
Or text me and get straight to the point and don't say good morning. So I'm gonna listen to that, and every time I text him, I'm gonna say good morning.
Who do you make a phone call to and you don't say hello?
I do it all the time. Business people do it all the time.
Really?
Oh, I do.
Call and you just wait for the person to.
You know why? Because I'm gonna do it to you soon. I just haven't called you yet. But that's when I'm literally in the middle of work and I need an answer. So I'm calling Zay to see if he's coming to the NAACP on Saturday. Zay, you coming to the NAACP on Saturday? Oh, by the way, hello. But I need an answer, right? So I'm calling because in my mind I'm getting the answer. I'm not calling to talk to you. We're not calling to chit chat. I don't care how your day's going. I need to know if you're gonna be there at 6.
Yeah, but
literally.
that's no. Don't
But
do
some
that.
people, but
I mean, it's like, how long does it take to say, "Hey Zay, are you going to the NAACP?"
Or, but hey,
Zay,
messaging,
done.
messaging, same thing. But
Oh no,
yeah.
messaging, okay.
And I
know I'm contacting you on the same thread where I said hello.
But I know,
3 days ago.
but I know that
So,
the person's
okay.
contacting me
Hey,
too
are you going
because
to the thing?
your name's popping up.
Yeah.
Your name's popping up. So again, I wouldn't do that to someone who I don't talk to on a regular basis.
Right.
But like my pastor, I used to do it to my pastor all the time. He'd be like, "Oh, hello." I'll be like, "Oh, sorry," but I'm literally calling you
not an
because I have a
intent.
question, and I need the answer to the question.
Right.
And I'm in work mode. I'm not in that other mode, right? So I can say hello and all that, but meanwhile, you want to get on this news channel? That's what I'm worried about. Why? And he's like,
but there's still,
but that's my party. But for him,
etiquette.
yeah, and you're right. But for him, he's like, could you just say hello? But guess what? I love my pastor and I respect him. So now I stop
Say hello.
and I say,
So there's a relationship.
hey, pastor. All right, was that good? Where are you going to be? When are you going to be so I can get this work done? Right? Because that's my priority.
Not a malicious thing.
It's not a malicious thing. It's not being rude. It's not anything. It's literally
being rude.
it's
but
being
it's not-
rude, but it's not.
It ain't
so
being
you
rude
didn't need
because-
to be.
because, and I say it's not being rude because what I'm doing for him at the time is like literally might be something for love or whatever. I'm doing it because I love the hell out of you, and you ain't got to pay no money. You ain't got to get no time. I'm using my best connections to get this done.
Yeah.
It ain't rude. You know, Paula does it to me. Right? And she even said it. Hey, when I call, I'm calling about this. I'm calling about this. Because in the business that she's in, she needs to know the answer like that. Yeah. So if my feelings are going to be hurt because she called me because she needs that answer like that, and she didn't say hi, she'll just not have me as a client. Right? Because what she's trying to do is more important than all of that.
Understood.
And my hello and all that mess, that means nothing to what's going on. So that's what I mean by that. You know, to me, that's not rude. That is exactly what the heck you need, what I hired you for, what you calling for, get it done. But
I guess eye of the beholder kind of thing.
it is.
So,
It is definitely eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. So if you tell me, Nika, I hate it.
I think that's connected with relationship.
It
though.
is.
Yeah.
So you can do that with the pastor because you guys have a
We
relationship.
have a relationship.
And he knows your heart.
And he
knows
understand-
you.
I could
but
do
a
it
new
Paula.
client,
Exactly.
you would take those necessary
And I would
steps
take the
to get that.
necessary steps to do whatever I need to do.
Understood.
And
Understood.
even if it's with y'all, I know you.
Yeah.
We have the relationship.
Yeah.
But if you were to say, Nika, I hate it when you talk about this or we do. Respective relationship says, let me not do it.
Understood.
Right? So that's all I'm saying. And through the communication and through us talking, we're gonna find out what you like, what you don't like, how you want to be how you want to be treated, and how you don't. If I don't treat you that way, then obviously I don't value our relationship enough to treat you in the way that's not disrespectful or hurtful or unkind.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know how many people I've met that will call somebody by a different name or just say, or whatever.
You met my mama.
That's annoying, right? Is that annoying?
Jeffrey, you knew who I was talking about. Boy, get over here.
No, not like that. No, not even like that.
What
Like,
are you talking about?
I've met people that are, and I know people in my life who just call something by the wrong name to minimize it.
Ooh. Okay, give me an example.
Like for instance, I know a couple of people that would do like if they're in a situation where they want to minimize my accomplishment or minimize what I'm doing or minimize a thing that I'm dealing with to make themselves be
Look bigger.
or more important, then like let's say, oh, I gotta get over to the radio show. What's that? Radio 1?
Hate when y'all do
Or
that.
what's that one?
You know
and
it's
I'm
the
like,
one
you
radio.
know what it's called.
You know what it's
You
called.
know
Stop
what it
minimizing,
is.
right.
Stop, and you minimize and they
Yeah.
minimize
Yeah,
it
that
to
is-
you
that's
so that
crap.
they feel more above a
I hate
thing.
that.
Oh, wow.
I know people that do that
all the
a lot,
time. I
a
hate
lot.
that.
Wow.
Oh, what's that? When I used to,
Mondays?
it was funny. He doesn't do it anymore, but I have a friend who, when I was studying Kung Fu,
Okay.
then he'd just be like, oh, your karate class or your karate teacher. And I'm like, my
No,
karate?
it's my
No,
kung
it's
fu
not.
teacher.
It's
It's called kung fu.
And you know it's called kung fu. You were at the tournament yesterday.
Call it what it is.
But you're minimizing it by pretending you don't know what it is because it doesn't matter that much to you.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
people like that.
Yeah, I do
You know
too.
what I mean?
I do
I know
too.
people like that. And
I've
that's
known people that are like, what's your name
terrible.
again? If you,
But like, you don't know?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you know. Jay
that's
says, I've seen women put a man in the friend zone, but she won't allow any of her friends to date the guy. Right. That's called a dick in the bottle.
That's called stingy.
That's what it's called.
stingy.
You put it in the bottle, you put it in the freezer, and you break it when needed, boo. That's what that is.
That's stingy.
That means if she's doing that, or if you're that friend that she's done that to, that means that she does want to date you. She wants to date that friend, but whatever scenario, situation that's going on, it's not conducive at this time. So she has put you in a bottle. Nobody else is allowed to date you, and she is going to break you when ready for use.
That means your option.
Wow.
Boom.
Option number, whichever one.
Yeah,
go.
whichever one.
There
How
you go.
many? How many?
Well, you're at option 3 down.
How many
Three,
penises
four, five,
in
or
a bottle
six.
are
Yeah,
in the
no.
freezer?
Yeah.
That might be something you want to look
3,
into
4, 5,
too.
6. Or you're either.
I just took her
Yeah.
on a Ferris wheel ride
Yeah.
yesterday. Really? We went horseback riding.
Because option 1
Meanwhile,
and 2
she's
you
with
use
him.
often.
Yeah.
Option 1 and 2 are used option. The main one and then the second one are used option. So you're option 3, 4, 5, or 6 if you're in the freezer.
Oh man.
But the dude that calls every other week, he's the one that's actually getting all
Yeah,
the...
absolutely. Absolutely. That person that you bought the extra meal for, that's going home to the number 2.
That's, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's-
Leon
Don't do
says, big facts on the friend zone not existing. The only reason you put yourself in the friend zone is that you try to become friends with someone when really that's not your intention. Your intention is to pursue them romantically, and becoming friend models things. And becoming friends models things, in a way, you're fooling yourself and them into being close and then making a move on something else. Just to be honest up front and let someone know that you're interested in them romantically and that he would like to pursue something. It will save everyone involved a lot of time and effort. So
You just
basically,
talking about doing the right thing right off the bat, but that's not part of the game.
but people don't do the right thing.
People don't do that,
That doesn't
right?
work.
People don't do that. It's
That
almost
doesn't
like
Yeah.
it's almost like sometimes in my brain I imagine it as being a whether a guy's doing it or whether a girl's doing it, being in a place where you're trying to get the best thing for you, right? Like going to a sale. Like for a guy, like going to the Nike outlet and be like, oh man, they got all the good Jordans today and they on sale. Ready? Okay, let's go. And then you like, okay. I may not want these, but I'm gonna hold them. I'm gonna hold them just in case the ones I want are here. Then I'm gonna spend my money on this.
That's
and,
right.
And that's what
That's
kind
it.
of dating is. You
And
just
you got
hold it.
18 Nikes
And you got
holding,
18s.
and you only gonna get one.
And then you're in the
Oh, really?
corner, and then you're like, okay, this one and this one. Once you got them all lined up, but in the meantime, everybody's frantically
That's so true.
grabbing
What did those white women say about the black dude that said applied to 8 schools? Why did he get into 9 schools when he can only go to one? He's just greedy. We're talking about education, people, but still, it's all the same scenario.
Same thing.
Because you need
'cause
your
I want my
choices.
choices. I want my
and you want to choose from
options,
choices. And my daddy growing up, what he always say, the most important thing in life is what? Choices. The fact that you can have them. Nobody wants to just be able to ride the bus. You want to be able to ride your bus, your bike, your scooter, your limo, or get driven. Right? Those are choices all the way across the board. The
Right.
more choices you have, the better in life you're doing. So I'm like, shoot.
But that's what dating's for, I thought, right? Dating. Not.
That's the more you have, the better life you ain't doing.
I'm just
now.
saying, that's what dating is about.
Yeah, dating is about choices. So you can have choices of who you want to talk to.
But you just be
But we
honest
just-
with the.
You got to be honest with the stuff.
be honest.
So
Everybody knows
Am
where
I
they
the only
stand.
pair of shoes that you
Everybody,
wear?
yeah. Am I the only Nikes in your hand, or are you searching?
I know you
for-
got 242 real pairs of shoes. So
Put them other shoes in the basket.
where them other shoes? Where them virtual shoes at? Where them at? Leon says a lot of times it's racist people want to minimize someone of color by mispronouncing their names like it doesn't matter. Flo says black people minimize stuff by adding the word a little.
Yeah,
your little
yeah,
job,
yeah,
like
yeah.
your little outfit.
Your little job,
Jay
your
Winter
Wayne.
says,
Your little show.
Yeah.
Your little show.
Oh, I hate that.
I hate that
Oh,
too.
I hate that.
They're like,
And
oh, you
Jay
gonna go do your little
says-
show? Like, yeah,
Jay
I'm doing a
says,
little show.
that's just called the bullshit. Excuse my language.
Thanks,
He
Jay.
was that's what we were talking about, putting
That's
them in
so
jars.
real.
That's
That's
just
so
called the
That's
bullshit.
just called the
Yeah.
bull.
That's all that is.
No,
That's
so,
too funny.
Yeah. So when you finally are on that that path, right? When you have that person and you're like, okay, I'm gonna date you, I'm gonna be with you, and you're gonna be with me, and now we're out and about, and you go out inevitably, right?
Yeah.
It's not just always like going to dinner, just us two. Sometimes you want to go dancing. Sometimes you want to catch a show. Sometimes you want to go to the movies. Sometimes you want to go bowling. Sometimes you want to do other things. Okay. Is it, and we're switching lanes a little bit right now, is it okay to get what I call peed on, right? Like you know how a dog marks their territory?
Peed on?
I call it getting peed on.
call it that
You call it that too.
a hickey?
No. So we're in a public place, right?
Okay.
And it's
like-
we're in a public place together,
Right.
and suddenly your arm gets tugged, and there's a lot of holding and smooth and just PDA, a lot of public displays of affection towards you. Right? It's almost like she's claiming me in a public forum. I call it, I liken it to when a dog marks its territory or a cat marks its territory. You're peeing on me. So I look at my wife sometimes like, why are you peeing on me right now? Nobody cares. Right. And she's like, I'm not peeing on you. I'm not. And then just become a thing in our family, right? But is that okay?
Ooh.
So I don't know about the okay or not okay, but it's gonna happen. Like
You
gonna mark your territory, men and women.
So do you pee on your significant other?
I would
When
say
you're
so.
when you're in
Yeah, I
in
would say
public?
so, and I would say so, and I would say he does the same. You know, I would definitely say it's situational, right?
Situational,
So
okay.
if we all, you know, everybody's sitting outside and there's 20 folks outside or whatever, and there's conversation going, and all of a sudden we got 4 women over here that think my man is so funny tonight. He is just a ball of laughs. I'm finna go pee on him real quick. How you doing? Give me a little kiss, smack on the ass. Hi, ladies. How you doing? And make my way.
So jacked up.
Yeah, I
Terrible.
mean, that's
Shutting
just
the game down.
It's just
Shutting
So
it down.
who are you checking for? Him or them?
Yeah.
everybody.
So everybody knows.
Being in the
everybody
room.
get it.
Everybody
Everybody get
knows.
You
Yeah.
got it. You got it. You
Everybody
got
know.
it?
Everybody. He already knows. You know what I'm saying? I'm not checking him
But is it
per
necessary?
se. No, it's not
Is
necessary.
it necessary?
Yeah, absolutely
like
not
if you
necessary.
trust your significant other,
It's absolutely not necessary.
Is it
It's not necessary. It's just what
Don't
you
have
do.
it.
Yeah, I don't.
A dog doesn't ever go into a new territory without marking its territory. Like, it doesn't matter. It's a natural thing.
No. Well, that's because they're
Yes.
afraid that somebody else is gonna pee in that area. So like I've been in in the music industry for a while and the entertainment field for a while. That is one of my pet peeves. Like, baby, I'm with you,
Okay.
and I'm not going anywhere. But in this instance, please let's do our thing. And
Right.
I've been there where I'm not the star. So I've been with people who are more successful.
And you're still getting peed on.
No. I won't pee on them.
Got you.
So, I'll hold your purse. Hey, let me get, I'll do.
Right.
I'll,
Go do
I'll
your
fall
thing.
back. Do your thing. Hey, do you need anything good? I'm in the
But see, to
background.
me, but to me, like,
You just
you'll
have to
hold-
be comfortable
You'll
in
hold
your
the person,
own-
Right.
And to me, and I'm with you because I'm an entertainer. So
Yeah.
and you can't pee on me while I'm on stage
Come
now.
on.
You know what I'm saying? I'm over here doing this, and you
Yeah.
like, that's my woman. No,
Right.
no.
No, that's not
That's
appropriate.
not appropriate. That's
Yeah.
not okay. But like I said, I think it gets done in certain scenarios
Yeah.
and situations.
But you have to be
but
okay in your
you
own
still have to be okay. And
Gotta be
when
okay.
I pee, it's not because I'm insecure of anything. I'm literally just letting you bitches know.
But that's
part of that
literally
is
what-
insecurity.
It don't matter.
Opposite
It don't
of what
matter.
you just said.
I know.
I'm not insecure.
It sounds like
but
it.
just in
Just
case,
in case.
try
Just-
me.
Try me.
So is that
Got something for y'all.
I can't. Hey, it's that
So it's
double
a
standard
natural
type of thing.
instinct?
It's
Is that a
I feel like
natural thing?
I feel like it's more of a natural thing. I do, but I can't say I'm on both sides. I
I'll
feel
say
like
this.
there's a natural way to do it. That's literally kind of like I feel like even with you saying, "Hey, baby, I got you. I'll hold your purse" or whatever. It's still a sense of, because people know that you are my support system.
Yeah.
If you over there holding my purse and stuff and whatever, people know you my support
But
system.
But okay, so I'll say this. When I did do that, it was a
Mm-hmm.
very discreet thing. It was kind of, you know, the dude that at church just drops the water off and walks
Right.
off the stage.
Right,
or
right.
Grabs, you know, takes something and then
It's
walk
discreet,
off.
but we all notice that.
Well, but that's
Everybody
different
knows.
than
Everybody
me.
knows.
Yeah.
No. But no, to me that's the same thing. Really? It's the same exact thing
Okay.
because as long as somebody knows that that is your attachment. So the person that goes to give the preacher water is his second man. That is his assistant. That is the deacon. That is the second preacher.
But the difference
That-
is he's not
No,
grabbing
you're
the water
right.
like.
No, you're right. He isn't, but everybody sees him give the water. I don't care if he's like this. Boom.
Yeah.
Right? When I go and they don't all you know is that's the one who's allowed to get that close to the stage. Anyone allowed to get that close to the stage is directly associated to that person. So to me, you are still letting people know that I am the closest thing to that star because I can come put that water right down on your stage because nobody else can. Nobody else can. So, and I always notice who the pastor's assistant is because they can get the closest to the pastor. So to me, regardless, whoever is the person that can get closest to you, even if you ain't saying nothing, the person's doing everything they know. The people who are watching see you. They see. Oh, that's her man.
Okay.
They know.
I can dig it, although I think it's.
But you're right. You
I
didn't
think it's
do
a
it in
matter
a way
of
of
intent, though.
Right. You
Like
didn't
I'm
do it
not
in a way
dropping
of,
it off and like, look.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
I know you 7
So when
foot
I
tall.
and I go give my man a kiss while he's talking to them 6 women, that's the intention
Yeah,
of
you letting
them
them know.
know.
Yeah, no,
However,
okay, yeah.
I can also be that person, my dude's working or whatever, and I'm
Yeah.
in the back holding the dog and the this and
Yeah.
the that. Then women also know that's his woman
but
because
that's
she's got.
different, though.
It's the same thing, but like you said, a
Yeah.
different way of putting it out there.
Yeah, right.
But
I'm
it
tracking.
still gives you the same conclusion.
Okay.
Okay.
At the end
so
of the
when
day.
you're not an entertainer, or
Yes.
when you're not in a situation where people know that that's what you're doing,
Yeah.
or when you're not the center of attention, but you are garnering some kind of attention, whether it be because of how you look, or because of how you carry yourself, your charisma, or you're making people laugh, or whatever it might be, or you just have this gravitas. That's different, right? So, is it okay for somebody, just a random person, to have another random person come up, pee on him, and bounce?
For me, it's a matter of intent.
Right.
Like you can. It's a funny thing. You can sense people's intention.
Yes,
you can
yes,
sense people's
yes.
intentions
Right.
even in their text messages.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Right.
yes.
Right.
You know, they added emojis to kind of solidify it, but for the most part, you know what somebody's trying to say.
That's right.
And you
Absolutely.
know what someone's trying to do. So
Absolutely. And that's the answer to, honestly, that's the answer to what somebody on the thread just said, can't, okay, there it is. Marissa just said, can't being affectionate simply be because we're into each other? Does it have to be marking territory? And it goes back to intent. You know when somebody's marking you,
A territory,
when somebody's
or when we're
peeing
just
on
being
you,
affectionate.
and you know
Absolutely.
when it's just a
Now you have to
affection.
remember
Yeah,
what
you
we're
absolutely
talking
can
about
feel it.
is literally because somebody says, "Hey, I'm comfortable in my own space." We all make our own little, you can go do you with your friends, and you can go do what you with your friends. That can happen too, but that's what the whole peeing on you is kind of like. It's like, we hanging out. We had Jazzed Up Friday tonight at 6 o'clock watching Robert Carter,
there you go.
right? Your man is over at the bar with his homeboys, the pool table. You with your girls over here, whatever. Y'all are fine. Everybody knows what's going on and doing whatever. When you pee on somebody, that literally means, some girls just walked over to 8 girls walked over to the bar, right? So your man and all his homeboys are over here talking by the pool table. 8 little fine honeys that all think they finna get their drinks for free walked into the bar, and they're standing within feet of your man and his group. 4 of those boys in your man's group are looking at them women, and they looking back, and there's some little conversation and keep going. You leave your homegirls, you go over to the bar, you hug, you kiss your man, you do all that. Hey, baby, we give you a drink, will you hold this? To let it be known that we are
This is-
together.
yeah.
Then you leave and you go back over with your girls. That's pissing.
yeah, you peeing.
That's
peeing-
peeing.
you
That
peeing on
that
your-
does not mean that you're uncomfortable. That
Head
doesn't mean
to
necessarily
toe.
that you're
Hand him your
insecure.
purse,
Yeah.
and he's now got it in his underwear too.
I don't feel like that means that you're insecure. I don't feel like that means that you can't go out and hang out in your own space.
Right,
I
no,
just
of
think
course,
it's
of
a
course.
human, like,
You think it's human nature?
I really
don't think
do
it's-
in that situation. But then
I think it shows that something is missing because, in my opinion, if I'm taking care of everything at the house and I'm loving you and you're loving me and everything is on the up and up, I don't care where you are. As long as you're not in danger, because
But it's not caring necessarily where they are.
Well,
it's
but
not,
I'm saying it doesn't matter who's hopping around. You know,
It shouldn't matter.
And again, when I'm saying, I don't think that it necessarily does. Like anytime that I've ever done it, I've never
pointed
thought
out that there's eight hoochies.
You've never
coming
thought
to your
you
man.
thought. You never thought.
In my mind,
The
even
fact
when
that
I've
you're
done
doing
that,
it subconsciously
but I'm
means that
saying
there's something
there's something that's going on, right?
Maybe
but in my mind, I'm
something-
never thinking like, okay, I got to watch that.
Right.
Like, that's
Not
not at the
consciously.
top of my
consciously.
thought process.
Right.
Period. Because I'm Miss Nika, and I don't think any woman out there is better than me.
Come on, that's exactly what you're supposed
I'm
to
a fantastic catch.
That's
I'm a
right.
whole woman, right? So you're gonna be losing if you leave me
Right.
to come holler at any of these women
But
over
I'ma
here.
go over there and pee on
and
you
I
anyway.
believe
Go
that.
on there and pee on you
I
anyway.
totally believe that. But
Yeah.
I still gonna go over there and give my man a kiss and a hug.
And let them know this one spoken for. Like,
Just what it is.
I feel you. I understand.
Honestly,
but
it's just
Just
because
what it is.
consciously,
Yeah.
all of us as
I just
people
think of
that are
people.
in the public, in the public eye, there is something about us that even though no matter how we act. Most of us will act like we're the ish, right? On some level, because we have to in order to get the gumption to get up in front of people and
Do what we do.
and bear ourselves, right? And bear ourselves in such
Yeah.
an intimate way,
Yeah.
right? But that doesn't also mean that somewhere deep down inside, are we worthy, right? Or are we,
Ooh, that's big.
are we like, oh my gosh, maybe, I don't want her to leave me in,
Right.
that's a different thing,
That's
right? So that I could get up here and be entertaining does not really necessarily mean that personally I'm lovable.
Superman Clark Kent.
Right.
Superman Clark Kent,
Yep.
right?
Feel you.
So I mean, there's some, if you feel the need, there's definitely something there.
Yeah.
But there's only two things that we can truly control, right? And
What we
that's
do.
what we say
And
or what we
do.
do, right?
That's so
So, and what we do when somebody pee, like I would make fun of my wife sometimes privately, like, why are you peeing on me? And she's like, I'm not peeing on you. I'm like, girl, you peeing on me
Yeah.
like
right now.
And
Yeah.
then she's like, no, it's just,
Yeah.
and you shrug and you laugh and,
And
you
you
just
laugh and you
keep it
keep it
moving.
pushing.
But
Mhm.
if, oh my
And
God,
that's
but
what
if you
Renee was
turn it
saying.
into a thing,
Renee's like,
then it's a
man,
problem.
nah, I'm staying exactly where I'm at. I'm staying over here and I'm gonna have my drinks and I'm gonna do what I do. Hey,
Okay.
look, and
Yeah.
Good.
And
I hope.
I might come over and be like, baby, you need anything? You
that's
good?
why.
Right.
And that's and see and again, it could be small pisses. It don't have to be long pees. It could be small squirts. Baby, you good? Cool.
good? Right.
I'm going.
I'm out.
But
Yeah.
that's the same
Just keep it
thing.
easy.
You've still made it a presence.
You
'Cause
still made it
again.
known.
You say because you
But
say
it's
that.
about it's
Attention,
about the intent.
intention,
So
right.
if I come
Right.
over to actually service you, if not you, but you know what I mean. Hey man, you need a
Right.
drink, you
I'm
need
not
whatever.
insecure.
Then it's
Right.
it's about you. It's not about Nika.
Right.
You know, it's not about all the other girls
Okay.
that are around.
Okay, that's a great
so
question
that's the
then.
intent. Like, where's my intention? Where's your intention focus?
Right.
If
So
you're being
can
grimy,
sometimes we misconstrue the act of getting peed on, so to speak, with really they just want to make sure that service us, make sure that we're okay, and make sure that can we misconstrue it? Because like we said earlier, when you get
If I'm
peed on,
working-
right? But
if I'm
can we be mistaken sometimes?
Now, if I'm working, I can tell the difference between you servicing and me getting peed on.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I don't like getting peed on when I'm working because
Okay.
I'm a personality. Everybody knows me.
on.
I'm hosting this event. I have to say hello to everybody. I've got to hug folks.
we doing.
This is what we do.
Hugging,
Right?
shaking hands,
So
kissing
hugging,
babies.
shaking hands, and kissing babies. And if
Pressing the flesh.
all of that.
Yeah.
So if you got a problem with it, don't show up. Right? I don't
Yes.
need you coming in here pissing on everybody when I'm at work.
Yes.
Right? I don't come and piss on you at work.
yeah.
Okay, it's peeing.
That
Calm down.
but that divides
But
my
that's
attention.
that's
Now I
dividing.
divide my
So now
attention.
now I'm frustrated. Now we're finna have an argument, a conversation, or whatever the heck it is, right?
Yeah.
But again, if we literally like just out and about and just having
Yeah.
fun and and there's no work involved, It's a different thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like this, ladies. And Renee, please answer this question.
Okay, Renee.
Will you allow at the family queue, the friend barbecue, the hangout, with the dinner with a whole bunch of friends, you cool with women fixing your man's plate? Can a woman fix your man's plate? Woman can't fix my man's plate.
Really?
I don't know if that's old school. I don't know if that's whatever. But to me, a woman can't fix my
In
man's
my
plate.
family, I
only-
never even thought about it either. It's
You
like
haven't?
I never even thought about it. Yeah, the mom.
Okay,
is my
aunts and moms don't count. Obviously, you're not sleeping with
Okay.
your aunt or your mom.
right.
Right.
But
Just
can
some
your
random-
sister?
But
Can your sister
can
fix
the
my plate?
home girl,
Can
your best
friend
friend,
fix my plate?
that girl that
I
was
see.
over there that's
Can your
single,
cousin-
that decides to be in the kitchen.
No. Like,
Right.
like if I, no. If I'm in a, I'm saying if I'm in a relationship with you, would you allow your sister, your cousin, your
Right.
best friend,
It's-
your whatever to fix my
y'all
plate?
know what I mean. We're not talking about no woman
never thought about that.
Yes,
I don't
that's
really
a
see-
thing.
Is it?
That is a thing.
see
I never seen.
Absolutely.
I've never
Really?
seen it, but I could.
Absolutely.
I can understand it.
Absolutely.
Is it okay if you introduce your girl to your best friend, take her over to your best friend's house, right? To me, hey, this is my girl, and then her phone automatically connect to the Wi-Fi. Is that okay?
Hell no, you done been there before. If the dog come up to you and the dog's all friendly, he done been there before.
Wait a
He
minute.
know where the bathroom is already,
I'm gonna go use the restroom.
and you already know where to go.
Hey, is this with my toothbrush?
Look, I gotta cut this cake. Oh, the knives are right here. You know where the knives are? You've been here before. But no, look,
Too
it ain't.
comfortable. Too comfortable.
Annette said no way.
Hold on. Sometimes you gotta shake the remote. There it is. There's Netflix.
Let me
right
get these
there.
Renee said she didn't.
These battery.
Y'all look, Renee said, I really don't care. She just did me a favor because now I can stay in my seat. Thanks, sis. Renee, shut your mouth.
Let me look at it.
I still think that's situational too, right? Because again, because I'm a hostess person, right? Hostess with the mostest. So I have offered to fix men's plates. And I had to teach myself, stop doing that, right? Especially when I'm in a house with older people who do pay attention to that. So men will tell me,
So
no.
older folks also-
Yes, no, do not fix, I'm good.
Jimmy's plate.
Right?
Or my plate.
Don't fix my plate. And because they know the perception of what that looks like. Little cute
I
Nika
never thought
is
about
fixing so-and-so's plate, and again, you're taken care of. So I done fixed your plate. I done brought it to you.
Yeah.
Here's your drink. Here's something to eat. No, man.
Oh wow.
The only person that does that is the person that is your significant other.
Your significant
that takes
other
care
should
of
be
you.
The person that brings
feeds
you.
you.
Energy.
Yes.
Wow.
And
Wow.
if
Yeah.
the hoochie
You
mama
see
that?
with
Yeah.
little shorts
That's
on that's
big.
looking for a man is in there trying to feed
Trying
all
to
the
give my
men,
energy.
that's a move. That's a play.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, baby.
Okay.
Renee, don't let them women fix your man no plate. That's a play. So men
never
who
even
know
considered
that
that, but now that
will
I'm hearing
say,
you say
because
that.
as I've even asked, I asked my pastor one time, I was like,
Draws
hey, can
in
I
the
fix your
back,
plate? He
y'all.
was
Draws
like,
in the
no.
Yeah, yeah.
But look, and it's because we weren't in the church either. We were at somebody's house. And so he was like, no, don't fix my plate. But he went and made a plate. And I was like, well, why you just didn't let me make a plate if you... And then he had, then we talked, and I was
Had
like,
that
you know what?
conversation.
I got you. Because the perception is, why is Nika fixing past? Why is he fixing past the plate? What's going on with that?
Really?
Now you got talk and chatter. You've opened up a window.
I didn't realize that was an intimate thing.
Yes, that's
Fixing
an intimate. That is an
someone-
intimate thing.
Now that I'm thinking about
Now
it.
when you go back and think about
it
your
either.
mom and your dad, or all the men in your family, and who fixed their plate at the family barbecue. If it wasn't their wife, it was their mama or their sister. It was never a single woman or a woman that was married to some other man. Never.
I've never thought about that. Okay, so is it, because here's what I do, like when we're at a family function or what have you, at home, I also do the same thing. If my wife says, oh, you want me to get you your food? I'm like, nah, baby, I got it. I'll go get it myself. Is that the wrong move too? Is that the beginnings or the spark of I'm trying to do something intimate and I'm knocking it away by saying, nah, I'll just go get it myself? Like, am I denying her a moment of intimacy?
Yes, a little bit.
I never thought about it. And I say that all the time. My like when we're at family function, like every week we do this thing called family night in my wife's family. I'm new. I don't know anybody here except for her family, and now I know you. Thank you, and Nika. All right, great. So anyway, so she's always, whenever we're at a family function, she's like, "Baby, you want me to fix your plate?" And I'm always like, "No, it's good. I'll just go get it myself." And not realizing that maybe the perception is the intimacy that she's looking for in that
and
stage.
it is intimacy because
I'm sorry.
The old school people are like,
no,
you don't gotta wait on me.
Exactly.
You don't have to wait on me. I got you.
I got you. Yeah, but let me bring you something back.
But we're denying them an intimacy that we didn't know existed. Yeah.
That's big, man.
It is.
Wow. Yeah. This message has been brought to you by
I know that's right.
The One's Little Radio Show.
Glow says, let her fix your plate, Zay.
Wow. I didn't know that.
And Renee says, if he's going to stray, Renee, I love you to death, baby.
I will,
there's nothing wrong with letting your man do and being confident and letting him be. And like she says, if he cheats, it's not my problem. He's gorgeous. I expect women to be all over him or whatever, but I take care of home. So so I'm going to do me. And I think that is a good thing. Like, that's a good way to be. Right. And it's not a bad thing to be like, baby, you can fix my plate. Right. Yeah. And baby, are you good performing? Do you need water? It's not a bad thing to be there for your significant other, to show that, because when you don't, we be having a conversation about why men can't do, you know what I'm saying? So there's always going to be some complaint, whether you're doing it or if you're not doing it. So I think all of those things are good. There's certain things that bond couples together, that fixing of the plate and doing those certain things and being there and holding your purse and whatever, those are little things that make you say, that's my man, he got my back.
I'm an overachiever. All right, so we got all this laundry. I got all these dishes that I've done piled up from trying to cook you a meal because I love you. Right there.
I didn't say nothing but fixed plate, baby.
There's a whole lawn that needs to be mowed right now and some trash that needs to be taken out. I am an overachiever. I love you. I'm being so intimate right now.
If I'm cooking, you got to clean
take
up.
this out to the curb.
Girl. Serve it.
Fire up my pistons, girl. Look at all the, I love the way you load that dishwasher, girl.
Wow. Look at you. Look at you.
Look at you vacuuming.
Look at all.
And I love a man that knows, like Renee.
Look at you change that oil, girl.
You're so crazy. Look at all oily and good.
Come on in here.
I think it's awesome to like just love that person that you're with and trust them and just have have that feeling of like I take care of home and know that you take care of home. So
absolutely.
keep it up, Renee.
All right,
keep taking care of home.
Jazzed up. Let's bring it home. Okay. Jazzed up Friday tonight.
Are we singing?
Yeah. You want to sing?
No, I can't sing.
You can sing. Everybody can sing.
You're right.
It may not sound good.
We just don't sound
you can
good.
Sing.
Well, yeah. So Jazzed up Friday.
You can sing, and it sounds good.
So I've got some songs in the set where folks can sing. So
you with songs,
really?
So I can practice.
Yeah.
Nika's all about the practicing.
I'm all about the practicing right now.
I've got sunshine
on a cloudy day.
When it's cold outside, I've got the month of May. Singing it.
Get it. Come on now.
Well,
I guess you say what can make me feel this way. Robert Carter.
Well, Robert Carter.
Talking about Robert Carter tonight in Jazz.
I'll take it.
Can't nobody sing like Eddie Kane Jr. I'm just saying. Drop it like it's hot. So please, y'all, come out and have some fun with us. In fact, I'm going to do.
What you gonna do?
Somebody said, "Let me sing." No, to a little bit later on today, right? A little bit later on today, I'm going to give you guys a rundown of the NAACP. So I'm going to come back on live, and I'm just going to give you the whole weekend and what's going on. I want you to share that particular feed, share this feed also as well. But it's just going to give you the whole NAACP experience, which is the free event that's happening. It starts tomorrow, and you know what's awesome? It starts tomorrow with my boy. So Robert Carter will be opening up the free experience on Saturday. So you definitely got to go and check him out. But tonight is really where it's all about. We're going to have a party. We have free food. We have a full bar. We got some seating. We got
The bar's not free, though.
Hookah. Bar's not free. Bar's not free. In fact, you're probably going to have to buy me a bourbon and 7. Just go ahead and put it on your list. Bring an extra 5.
Just don't pee.
Yeah, just don't.
Just don't pee on that.
Don't pee on nobody.
Don't pee on me, baby. Let your love come free, baby.
But don't pee on me.
Baby.
What are you guys singing?
I know I do. He just made it up.
Pee on me.
I love it.
I just can catch on real quick. That's it. Don't pee on me.
He's gonna be the number one R&B song in the country.
Number 1. Performed by R. Kelly.
Dun, dun, dun. Terrible.
Right. $10 at the door. Doors open 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock the food is served, and 7 o'clock we start. Go all the way till 10. So he's gonna have a nice little break in the middle of his first and second set. But that's when our DJ such and such is on the 1s and 2s. So come on out. We're gonna give away some tickets to go see H-Town on July 28th. So be in the place for that, and probably some T-shirts and some other things that we'll be giving away. But just come. Come. It's gonna be fantastic.
Yes.
Mindy
writes, what the hell did I just tune into?
The Don't Pee On Me song. Yeah.
Don't pee on me.
You just liked it that much?
I tell you, right, that melody.
Right. You brought it back.
Yeah. Because I can't get it out of my head.
Songwriter.
Oh my gosh.
So tonight, I'm going to give you this scenario. Later on tonight, the people is going to be happening. The music's going to be popping. Some man's going to be standing at the bar having drinks, and Renee's going to walk over and give him a kiss, and he's going to pull up, "Don't pee on me."
Don't pee on me.
And Renee's going to say, "I don't pee. I be trusted. I don't pee. I don't care." Body roll. All the way back to the section. Body roll all the way back to the section. Much love from Germany. What up, Mindy from Germany? We love you.
We appreciate you.
Yes, definitely appreciate you. All right.
Let's do it. We always say end every show with a prayer.
Okay.
Yeah. That's time to go.
That's a lot of love. Let's go.
All right. Dear Lord, thank you so very much for waking us up for another day and giving us another opportunity to uplift the kingdom. Thank you for blessing us with Sir Robert Carter today, for the fun, for the energy that was brought this morning. We just appreciate you. We want to give him all the blessings and encouragement and everything that he needs for a fantastic performance tonight at Jazzed Up Friday at 6 o'clock inside of Breathe. Thank you, Lord. Just put us in the right place today, Lord. We finished off the week, but we might need a little bit more strength or a little bit more energy or a little bit more oomph just to get those last things done. So give that to us. And of course, I pray that we're in the right place at the right time to help whoever we need to help and uplift this wonderful place and community that we live in. Give us traveling grace this morning. And of course, let's keep joy in our hearts, knowing all things are possible through you. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right, my friends. I love you guys. Love you guys.
Yes. Make sure to.
I just don't even know. I don't know. Can we make a video?
That's gonna be.
Can we make a video?
I'm already feeling like the way I hear it in my head. That's in like the next Beverly Hills Cop movie.
Something. It's in something. Like I feel like if we make a video and everything, it's gonna be hot. We got all the tools now. We gotta start doing that.
Yeah.
Military wise, you gotta go leave me again because you be leaving me sometimes.
Not that I know of, not yet.
Okay,
so
that's good.
So we're good. I'll be here for a little bit.
Okay.
We'll have some fun.
Last time you went to, we couldn't talk about it because if he tells you, I have to kill you.
Well, so it got declassified. So I was in Al Dhafra, which is in the United Arab Emirates.
Okay.
So I was in Dubai, and I was actually stuff. So international. This guy.
That guy, international.
Right now.
I love it.
Yeah, so
I love it.
was cool.
Declassified shows.
Yeah. So I was doing shows on the base for the troops.
Nice.
We did a like kind of like a Jazzed Up Friday once a month. And then also I was in Abu Dhabi and performed out there, and I went to Dubai and performed out there. So
It's good. And then he had like Chronicles, so we got to like kind of see him and talk
Yeah,
listen to him and
yeah.
stuff.
Amazing, man.
Yeah,
So
so he
I'm
couldn't
back
tell
now.
us where he was, but now we know.
Now, well, yeah. So
Now
during
we
the
know
time
when-
I was there, it was
classified. It was
So
yeah.
now it's-
Okay.
So we were like, "Hey, classified from wherever."
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
We couldn't pee on him because we couldn't find him.
find
We didn't know where he was.
My man is like, where he like,
Yeah.
dodging the pee.
Exactly. Couldn't find him. So awesome. Well, hey guys, we'll see you guys tonight.
Yes.
You already know we love you to death. I'll
Jazz
see
Friday,
you probably in
NAACP,
like
all weekend long. Next
gonna
week
be a
we're
good
going to
weekend.
be broadcasting
live,
from
yes.
the NAACP convention.
Yeah,
I was
Monday
about
and
to say
Tuesday.
convention center, like they just bought it.
Right.
We'll
convention
be
inside the
broadcasting
convention
every
center.
morning as long as they're here from the NAACP convention. Plus, we'll be dropping in throughout the day with interviews and cool stuff that's happening like on the day. And also, we will all be hanging out at the NAACP Image Awards.
Yes, Image
Do yourself a
Awards.
favor, come through because that is also part of the NAACP experience. A lot of stuff to pay for, but there's a lot of stuff, even more things that are free.
Yeah.
So come and join us and hang out with the one and the NAACP and like 10,000 people that just came into town today or that are coming into town today.
Yeah.
And like we
Last
said
night and
yesterday,
today.
we see your 10,000
Right.
and we raise you.
Wow.
Whatever, whoever comes, please come.
We raise you us.
We raise you
For
us.
sure,
That's
for
all we
sure,
got.
for
That's
sure.
what we
That's
got.
what we know about. That's what we can do.
Absolutely.
All right, we love you
Absolutely.
guys. We'll see you a little later tonight.
Yes.
Jazz Up Friday Inside of Breathe. 7 o'clock is Robert Carter time. All right, so we'll see you at 6. Get there early.
Yes.
Get there early. Get your
there
seat.
early.
We
Get
love
your
you.
seat. We love you with everything. Keep it sexy, San Antonio.
See you soon.
Kissy face. We're out of here.